Hello, everybody. This is J. Hello, everybody. This is JD. A little bit tired right now, so I'll try to make this short. Okay, people. What is this video about? Doing the Obama. Yes, somewhere down the road in the future, people are going to be referring to a certain action as doing the Obama. Oh, he's doing the Obama. Oh, he's doing the Obama. What's that guy doing? Oh, he's doing the Obama. Let's all do the Obama. What is the Obama? You've heard him. There's really no term for that right now, so it would be nice to have a term like doing the Obama. What is that? That is when a person blames everybody else for the poor decisions and problems they have. When a person makes a poor decision and starts having problems, they usually say something like, "Oh well, Bill, he said this, so I did that," or "Jane, she kind of told me this." It's not my fault because Ted said this, or the devil made me do it. You know, that will be referred to as doing the Obama. In today's society, people have to listen to a president who makes very poor decisions, and every time he messes up, it's somebody else's fault. Right now, he's having problems because he's trying to keep his word by saying something he should have never said, and he can't do that. So he's holding back, and he's creating problems, and he's blaming it on everybody else. He makes the decision to decide how to deal with ISIL, for example. Nobody else. And he's trying to keep his promise of no boots on the ground. When he's already got almost 1,000 soldiers there, that's 2,000 boots on the ground. And he says they're not going to be in harm's way, but they're going to be there to train and guide and direct the Iraqi forces. But where are they going to be? In Baghdad? While the Iraqis are... No, they're going to be in the front lines, in harm's way. So he's lying to the people, then trying to make his lies real, and blames everybody else for the problems from his decisions. We underestimated because of this. We weren't prepared because of this. We weren't. So there's all kinds of problems. So that is referred to as doing the Obama. Down the road in the future, people who constantly refer to other people causing them to have their problems, people who get in trouble and blame it on everything else other than themselves, people who can't accept the responsibility of what they have done, will be referred to as doing the Obama. They are doing the Obama. Our president hasn't learned two things yet in 6 years of being president. Well, actually 3 things. 1, don't open your mouth unless you're positively sure about what you're going to say. Don't make promises you cannot keep. 3, accept responsibility for your decisions. Those are the 3 things he can't do. He's constantly plagued with hoof and mouth. Example, no boots on the ground. There's a way to get around that. Have all the soldiers take off their boots. Now you got no boots on the ground. You just got socks on the ground. Then, making promises you can't keep. Well, this is a hostile, violent organization you're going against. Everybody knows the last man standing on the battlefield is the winner. Whatever side he's from, that's the winner. You can have a million planes flying overhead, but if ISIL's still there, ISIL wins. So, no boots on the ground, a promise that can't be kept. You opened your mouth and told the enemy what you will and will not do when you say no boots on the ground. Now you're putting about 1,000 Americans in grave harm's way. By doing the airstrikes, all those advisors are prime targets. And if ISIL gets a hold of them, expect to see a lot of beheadings. That's in harm's way. There's nothing out there to protect them. And accept the responsibility of your decision. You decide, no, we're not going to do this. No, we're not going to do that. And you're trying to go it alone. No, you can't do that. Obama, accept it. You've made, in the past 6 years, a lot of very, very poor decisions. And they're your decisions. They're your responsibility. They're your fault. But not, let's do the Obama. No, it's not my fault that I underestimated ISIL. It is the intelligence that I got. Everybody else in the country knows how dangerous they are. Everybody else in the country knows that, whoa, you ain't just going to do it with airstrikes, especially with the minimum airstrikes you're doing, that they are a very dangerous group, that they need to be handled, and it needs to be done swiftly and correctly. You have the people behind you, but yet you can't do it. You're afraid to make decisions. They say that you're not even in touch with your job. They're saying that you don't attend your meetings. They say you're not in tune to what's going on. They're saying you don't communicate with the other nations. Wow. I guess that's doing the Obama. Taking the easy road. Being president is not an easy job. It's never going to be. When we were a small, fledgling country, it was an extremely difficult job for George Washington. Now, we're supposed to be a world leader. You have managed to go around the world apologizing for everything and anything under the sun. Because you can lay the blame on everybody else but you. And now, 6 years, and you're still laying the blame on everybody else but you. Doing the Obama. That's what this is about. People, I can't do that. As President of the United States, I realize the responsibility of the job. I realize the key word, responsibility of the job. I realize where the blame will lie on poor decisions that I make. It lies on me, not on anyone who's given me information. Because if I gather poor information, then I expect to make poor decisions. If I gather good information and look around and get the information I need, because it's not going to be spoon-fed to me, then the decisions will be made. Our brain makes decisions like any other computer. Garbage in, garbage out. Good stuff in, you really work on it, you're going to come out with sound, strong decisions. And above all else, I will accept full responsibility of the title, rank, position, and job of President of the United States of America. I don't want to hear what somebody before me did. I don't want to hear about the mistakes somebody before me. I really don't care. I care about the problems we have and how to fix them. It's something we, as a nation, you and me, can do. There is a solution to the economic problem. We as a nation will have to fix it. There is a solution to the immigration problem. We as a nation must address it. There is a solution to the world situation, but we as a people must take on that task. But first and above all else, when it comes to the world, we must learn to respect each and every nation and let the people within that nation choose how they shall want to live. It is their choice, just like our choice in our nation. Now, with immigration, I'm thinking, are we going to be like we were before the Civil War? I want you to think about that for a second. Are we going to be like we were before the Civil War? See, before the Civil War, if you were black, depending where you were, depends on who and what you were. You were free. You were free as a citizen. You were a slave. You were none of these. It depended on what state, what territory, where, and how you got there. And when you got there. You could be born a free man in New York and visit your aunt in a southern state and end up a slave. And vice versa. Each state regulated how they were to treat the blacks. Is that the way we're going to do with the illegal aliens? Or are we going to have a blanket policy that all states will follow? All cities will follow? Or are we going to have a policy that's uniform but not blanket? And if we didn't have the problems we had with immigration when the children came up from South America where all that violence is, we would have had room to accept them with open arms. They would not have to go through perilous journeys through our deserts, our prairie lands, our brush. They could have came to our borders and we would be there to care for them until the skirmishes or whatever in their homeland subsides. Be a haven for them. If we didn't have the problems we have with immigration. And who's causing these problems? Two things. One, illegal marijuana. A lot of these immigrants are used as mules to carry marijuana into the country. The profits to be made from illegal marijuana. That's one. But another reason, why are these immigrants? These immigrants aren't coming up here to carry marijuana. That's part of their chore that they must perform to get here. They pay money to get here, and then they get a sack full of this illegal marijuana and say, go. Second is employment. They can get jobs more readily than the average American citizen. Even though their employer is robbing from every American citizen in this country by hiring them, because the employer is not paying Social Security, not paying income tax, not paying Medicare, not paying Medicaid, not paying unemployment, and so on and so on and so on and so on. So he can hire an illegal alien a lot cheaper than he can hire an American to do the same job. He can give $9 take-home pay to an illegal alien, but have to do like $16 so that the American would have a $9 take-home pay. So employment is the other. There is jobs for them when there's not jobs for an American. at a decent salary. But isn't it illegal for someone to hire an illegal alien? Then why aren't we seeing CEOs and human resource people going to jail instead of the illegal aliens? There was no jobs. They wouldn't come here. Well, we're not going to doggone slough on those things. We're not going to take care of everything right now. But like I said, let's do the Obama. We'll blame it on everybody else but us. It's the Republican Party's fault that we have this. It's the Democrat Party's fault that we have those problems. It is the Libertarians Party's fault because they kind of like in the middle anyway, so they need to get part of the blame. And how about all those special little interest group parties? It's their fault too. It's not ours, the American people. Congress not functioning is the political party's fault, not ours for keeping the political party there. Our government's not functioning for the people. That is the political party's fault, not the American people's fault. It's everybody else's fault but ours. So we'll all do the Obama together. We could join Obama and blame everybody else for all the problems this nation has. Or we could say, well, wait a minute, we're going to go JD's way. Accept the responsibility. If JD's willing to accept the responsibilities and try and start fixing this nation, I'm willing to accept the responsibilities to try and start fixing this nation. It is our nation. It is our responsibility. And we're going to do it too, people. We're going to do the job. And we're going to fix our nation. JD and the American people won't be pulling the Obama. Sorry. We are responsible. Will be our slogan, maybe. And that is what this is all about. So, people, if you want, go out there and pull the Obama. Blame the whole world for all your problems. It's everybody else's fault but yours. And then you can tell everyone you're going to be pulling the Obama. Good enough for the president, it's good enough for you. Or we're going to accept the responsibility and start working on the task at hand. It's a lot of work, a lot needs to be done. The only promise I promise you is I am going to bring your voice to Washington, D.C. Congress will hear you, whether they like it or not. But drag you, kicking and screaming if you don't want to come. And at the end of my term, I want to tell you, the American people, and be able to truthfully tell you, I have placed the American federal government in your hands. Don't ever let any political machines or anybody else steal it from you again. And the Constitution will keep its promise to you, the American people. And the Bill of Rights are off limits. Nobody better try changing any of the first 10 amendments. Never mind all the rest that guarantee you rights, privileges to the government that we are supposed to have of the United States of America. And we're not going to say it's somebody else's fault when it's our responsibility. We're not going to pull the Obama. So people, you can do like Obama does and say, it's not my fault, it's the federal government's fault. It's not my fault, it's Congress's fault. It's not my fault, it's the president's fault. I am pulling the Obama. Or, hey, it's our responsibility, it's our nation. It's up to us to fix it, and nobody else. Thank you. This is JD. You have a nice day. And don't pull the Obama.